John, please help me. Don't fight. Please, I beg you, don't fight. And I need Vic too. I don't want him squawking on me on the phone because I've been through a lot. I lost my dad and I was very sick. So for the past 2 months or so, haven't been great for me. I need a secondary chair and I need a special person to make the chair because, and listen carefully so that you don't say that you don't understand what I'm saying. I need a secondary chair because this chair keeps falling apart, and then in case of emergency, because I got a lot going on, I got family to see, I got everybody to see, and then I got, work and school and all that stuff, and just obviously, I can't be confined to bed all day. Anyway, they wanted me to get a motorized chair and they're trying to sell their product. The whole thing about it is that I don't want the type of chair that they were going to give me because I had that one and it was bulky and clunky and I messed up my house in Staten Island that I was living with my grandparents. God forbid I dropped something on the floor. I crushed it. And one of my aides left me on campus and I fell down and I got disoriented and I don't know where I was. To be honest, till this day I don't remember. They would use the chair in the snow and the rain and all that kind of stuff, and it really wasn't made for that. I fell twice in the Eltonville Transit Center, and somebody clipped the wire from the control to the chair, so I was stranded somewhere. And I got hit by a car, and I almost got hit by a car one time. Not that I don't know how to drive, it's that the thing is very bulky and stuff and manipulative, and sometimes my hand just gives out. And I want to just say that this makes me not want a motorized chair. I might want a one-arm push. I want a one-arm push. The original idea that I pitched to New Motion that they turned me down is because when I lived with my grandparents in the house in Staten Island, the new house, years ago, the aides would fight with me to use the motorized because they didn't want to push, but not knowing that it can't go into cars. Some of the places I go, there's a little, not stairs, but the high lip. You know the high lift when you go to a bodega or a grocery store, and it's hard to tilt the chair for me to get inside because it's heavy. And then, if I want to visit a family member that we go over grass and we do go over some steps, it'd be difficult. Like, they're so married to the motorized chair that in the snow and the rain, and it's not made for that. That's why when I moved in here, the chair was basically dead. So it's sitting in my family's house in the garage and it's useless. I wanted a chair that can go, that was a little bit of both, manual and motorized at the same time, meaning put an attachment to the the manual, put an attachment to the manual to make it motorized, or get a motorized that had the claw in the front that can go over high lifts and steps. And they told me that Medicaid doesn't pay for that, that if you want a specialized chair, it's up to you. But not even that. They non-responsive. They got an attitude problem. And quite frankly, they drove me to tears because they made me feel like I was the most stupidest person in the world. At this point, I don't even want a motorized chair because I don't want to go through the trouble with my aids anymore, because God forbid they see that, they're going to use it and abuse it. And there's certain places, I got friends that invite me to parties, and let's say, for example, it's not on level ground, that it got a little high lift or lip, whatever you want to call it, and I can't get inside. I even told them, can they make the remote control waterproof, because I like to go to the city and run around in the sprinklers and get my head wet. Can you at least do that? They said no. They said that they Googled a map of my neighborhood, and I said there's a little bit of a high lift for my barbershop. And they said, well, you're going to have to work it out with the aid. There's nothing we could do. You're going to have to switch barbershops or call the ADA. And you know for sure that damn sure is not going to work. But I just want a one-arm push, a regular manual that could be comfortable for me, and a backup, because this chair is becoming like paper. Not because I didn't take good care of it. Nobody checks up on it. New Motion, once they got their money from you guys, they abandoned it completely. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm not even hardly talking to anybody right now. I'm so down. If you have any questions, just email me or Belinda. Thank you, John. I miss you, man.